Okay guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm gonna try to show you how to build my little project. So just in case you want to do it by yourself at home, I'll give you some tips, and also I'll teach you the easiest way to do it, because I think I might have made a kind of a bad design. Yes, it's my first design, but I'm already moving into the next one. So that's it. I'm gonna help you to build it by yourself at home, and that's it. First of all, you need all the pieces, all the the files. You need to print them, or I mean, you can assemble them while you are printing the rest of them as you want. But for now, I'm just gonna teach you how is the or what's the easiest way to do it, so I'm just gonna clean up a little bit this my table. Okay, first of all, we are gonna need obviously the piston head, this one here. You should print it right here like this. The piston rod, which you have to print this way, not this way, not this way. So actually you can see the way it's printed. There you go. So you have to print it right there, with this part flat on the bed, like that. And obviously the piston bolt, which has the its own nut. It's only one nut for this one, for this bolt, so you can mess it up. And this is the easiest part, like just put this in there, put the bolt across the two parts, the two pieces, and just bolt it down. I mean, it's not that hard to understand. So now don't tie this up like really hard. Just make sure that it's holding in place, and that's it. You don't want this to be super tight. It's not gonna fall down, it's not gonna fall off, so it's okay. Now we need the crank. Now these parts are two pieces, but it's the same piece. Like, you can see that it's pretty much exactly the same. You gotta print it twice, that's it. So you need this connecting rod, I would say. I don't know how should I call it, but you need it for connect both parts of the crank. Just put it there, and it just holds in place. Now we need to put the piston right in there. It has a pretty big clearance, so you don't have to be really careful with it. Just put it in there. There you go. Now little disclaimer here. I made a bolt for bolting these two parts down, so they are not gonna fall apart. But to be honest, if you see the clearance, that's tight enough to not fall apart, so probably you're not gonna need it. But if you do need it, just print you just need to print as much of these bolts as you need, and just bolt it down, like, easily. I'm not gonna bolt it down because I didn't print that many, because I thought that you're not gonna need it. But if you need it, just put these bolts in there, or just glue the parts, these parts. Obviously not the piston, because this needs to be spinning. Now we have the crank gear, which you can see that the shape in there, and also the flywheel. Okay, now which goes where, uh, doesn't matter, like all these parts are generic, they are all the same, so just put it whatever you want, it's gonna fit anyways. Just make sure that it's tied to the to the bottom. That's it. Now this is the easiest part, and like so far this is really easy. Now we need the engine block. It has two sides, okay? The side with these kind of threads and no threads in the side, okay? So what you're gonna need to do is to put this down like this, like upside down, and in this side this gear goes in there, okay? Just put the piston in there like that and let it sit down in place. That's it. Like, now you have a engine. Now we need to put our like the downside of the engine block in place. Okay, now to put to assemble or to hold these two parts in place, we need these 4 bolts. Now these are the 4 bolts, the shortest bolts that are in the file bolts, okay? So both nut and bolt are in the same file, okay? Now you can see, like, you can notice that in here I got a washer. Now if you want to, you can print it, okay? If you don't need it, you can just not print it, because I just did it because I just felt that I needed to tighten the both parts a little bit harder. So with a washer, like, you don't have to bolt it down that hard. So this way it's like much easier and you have a lot more clearance. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like that. So just bolt it down, all these 4 bolts, and that's it. Like, you're good to go. You don't have to be super careful in the way you bolt it down. It's all the bolts are the same, and there we go. Now these 2 parts are pretty fixed in place. So now you have a running, like, moving engine, as you can see in there in the crank, or here in the valves. You can actually see the piston going up and down. Now we need to put the valves in, which the valves are these little parts in here, which you can notice that one of them has this polygon in there and another polygon in the other part, and this one is pretty not the same. So all you gotta do is just to fit this polygon in here, and that's it. Now obviously you need to put these parts opposite, to put it opposite, so they can rotate and fully be opposed one from each other, so they can work properly. Now just put it down. So just make sure that these 2 valves move completely free, like as you can see. Now if you have a lot of resistance in there, you can just sand a little bit the pieces down, or you can just use some lubricant like oil or like kind of a silicone based lubricant, something like that. I don't know. Now we need to put the piston head. Now we need to put the engine head in there. Just put it in place. It's pretty easy to see which part is the correct part, because uh, if you want to put it the other way, it's not gonna fit. So it only fits one side, from one side. Now these other bolts are the longest bolts in the bolt files. So you are gonna need to print both like two washers per bolt, because the bolt it's really long. So this way you can have just the right amount of length in the bolt. Okay, and that's it, because otherwise it's gonna be really long and it's not gonna fit. Why do I need to put the washers in? Because I did it wrong. That's why I designed it wrong. That's it. That's easy. Now that it's in place, now we need to put the gears for the timing, and that's it. Now we need to put this valve timing gear, which is pretty recognizable. It's the biggest gear in the whole in all the files. So now you need to match this polygon in there, as you can see. And when it's in place, you can see the valves turning, actually, as you can see in there. You can see actually the valves moving. Now that we are sure that it's in place, we just need to put the gears right above the place they should go. There you go, and there you go. Now we need to put this guide in this side. And there you go, as you can see. And now just put the bolts in there. As you can see, it has to rotate completely. And there you have it. It's pretty much like that. That's all you have to do. I'm just gonna take this engine head to let you see the actual function of the bulbs. As you can see, like, there's the valves, and basically they just turn around. So as I said, just in case you need it, you can put this kind of bolt in the crank parts, like this flywheel. You can just put this in there, just bolt it down. Now it's not going anywhere. Now if you want to, and you don't want to mess with any bolts or something like that, you instead of these bolts you can use real bolts, like metal bolts. If you have them, I think it will be better, but for these bolts you should print it like the files that you have in the printables. But otherwise, for the crank parts, you can just glue the parts together, and they're not going anywhere, instead of using these bolts. Or and for these bolts you can use real bolts, like the bolts you have at home, or like, you know. And that's pretty much it. Like, it's a very simple project. It has a lot of parts, yeah, I know, but it's not that hard to build it up, you know. And that's it. That's pretty much it. So now that we finished the build, I'm gonna let you know like a little tips for the printing process. Well, I am really there you go. So now I would recommend you either Prusa Slicer or another slicer that let you separate parts in one file, like the parts that are already in the same file. Like if you download this the whole file. Yes, so now you go. If you download the entire build, uh, you're gonna have a little problems in there, because for example in Cura Slicer, you can't, as at least as far as I know, you can't separate items. They are just gonna print right there in place. But in Prusa Slicer you can just take this and separate the items, separate them, and now you have all these separated items, so you can just play around with them and put it right there as you want to. And I'm just gonna show you, like, or let you know which faces you should print which way, like that. uh, let's move this way, no, this down there. Like, it's not really difficult to understand which faces you should print which way. But anyways, there you go. Feel special? Nope. There you go. You can just play around with the parts, and actually, if you can, if your printing bed it's big enough, you can print all these parts in one go pretty much. Just need to find a way, you know. Now this engine rod, this piston rod, you need to print it this way, with this, like this. So it's gonna build up all the layering like correctly. Let's put this in there. You need to print both of these cranks, so Control C and just put it in there. The bolts, obviously you need to put them like this, with this face flat. There you go. And now actually I am gonna explain like a little bit of how many parts you should print of this of each one. So actually you can put all these parts in one print, like in one bed, like that, like that. There you go. This part actually it's useless. I don't know why it's in there. There you go. And there you go. So yeah, actually you could print all these parts in one go, but it will take ages, like ages, to print all these parts, because if we slice them now, they're gonna take quite a lot, like 8 hours, 13 hours. Okay, obviously we are not gonna make them in one go, uh, obviously not, but now you know how to print, like what way you should print every part in there. Now I am gonna tell you the most important part about the bolts. In the file bolts, if you download, if you print every single file one by one, that's fine. So with the bolts, obviously separate them. Now you have every individual bolt. So I'm gonna explain you which bolt it's which. Now the longest bolt, as you can see in here, it's this bolt and these bolts here. So you're gonna need 5 of them. Okay, 5. We're gonna put this correctly, like facing down. Now they're gonna be printed correctly. So just we need 5 of these bolts, the longest one. So copy and paste as many as you want. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the longest bolts. For the engine block, we need 4 of these, both. So we need copy and paste 4 of them. Okay, there you go. If you don't know how to copy and paste, it's Control C, Control V. That's it. As you see as that. And for this bolt, if you're gonna print it for the crank, you're gonna need 4. But if you don't know, if you don't want to use the bolts and you're just gonna glue the parts with each other together, you can just erase it. Or if you're gonna use the bolts, we need 4 of these bolts. That's it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you don't want to organize all of these by yourself, you can just use this this function of the process slicer, and it organizes all of it, and you can just forget about it. And now for the layer height, you should need to use a 0.1 millimeter or maybe a 0.16 or 0.12 millimeter layer height. Why? Because you need to put the parts really tight, and like the clearances are pretty tight, and if you don't use the correct layering, you're gonna have a lot of troubles. Like the parts are not gonna fit together. So if you have any problems with the screws, like with the bolts, with the nuts, you can just make the nuts bigger. Like just make it like 3%, like 2 or 3% bigger, like 102%, 102%, 102%. So now the nut is bigger, and that's it. And if in any case, if the bolt doesn't fit in place, like in the engine block, you can also make the bolt a bit smaller, like 2% should be enough. 98%, 98%, and for taller, no, Siento, no, there you go. So now it's a bit smaller, like 2% smaller. You're not gonna notice in here, but it is smaller. So there should be good. So now it should be good to go. So that's it, pretty much. Now, if you're gonna now for the valves, uh, now for this crank, you should just put it facing this way, copy, paste them, and just print both cranks in there. That's it. That's it. You just need two of them. You need only two of them. So for the valves, actually, for the valves, well, they are valves. You're gonna see both valves like together. So you need to separate them, and now you have two individual items. So you can put them facing this way, because they are gonna print this way, and now they can be printed in the right position. And that's it. I mean, if you have any kind of question, any doubt about the project, you can just ask me in the comments or in the printables comments. And of course, I am so sorry for my English. English isn't my first language, as you can notice, but I'm doing my best to explain all of this as easier as I can, as easily as I can. So if you have any questions, you can just ask me, and I will ask them as fast as I can. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you can enjoy this build. My idea is to make it work, like with compressed air and also obviously steam, because it's a steam engine. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this works and how this goes. So thank you guys for watching this video. So see you guys in the next one. Bye.